Darrell raised his head and looked into the eyes of his king. They were wise, kind, and comforting. King Zalgus commanded,
Rise, Darrow. I have heard many accounts of your deeds and valor.
Darrell replied,
I have done only what all those who you love you and serve the kingdom have done.
The king nodded and said,
Listen to the deeds of the young warrior. Oh, let's sorry, yeah. Let's step. Let these gathered and hear and listen to the chronicler. Let all gathered here listen to the deed of this young warrior.
The king's scribe stepped up into the first step of the throne and opened the large leather-bound book he carried and began to read.
On the night of the darkened moon, the demon king and his his army, gathered on the battle plain of Myrna before King Salgus. The royal guard and the men of the kingdom. A clarion horn sounded. The battle commenced with the blue fire of the demon's wizard arrows flying across the sky, falling upon the men of the kingdom, followed by howling charge and of the ranks of the undead.
The chronicler went on telling of the awful battle that was still so fresh in Darrell's mind. Finally, the chronicle came to the defeat of the Demon King, and this was when Darrell appeared in the chronicles.
Captain Darkio and his royal paladin had forced the Demon King for again the enchantress and his few lynch fiends to the edge of the cliff overlooking the battle plain. The Demon King stood defiant on the edge of the precipice, his black robes flowing through the wind, his black horn helmet above his glowing red eyes was all the royal guard could see. As some magic spell made his body look like smoke. The swords of the paladins glowed with fiery luminescence. The lich attacked the paladin. The light of the paladin's swords arced in swirls up as they engaged the lich, who were no match for Darkio's men. The battle was fierce and decisive. The screams of the lich fell silent. Now the demon king and the enchantress stood alone. The demon king faced the paladin, and unspoken words entered the minds of the warriors. Now die. As the demon king lifted his staff to cast the fiery magic, Darrell charged, and the demon king was caught off guard. The spell now die was a paralysis spell, but before the demon king could fend off his blow, Darrell's sword cut at the chest of the Demon King. By the almighty grace of Almighty, his sword was severed. And the chain that the Demon King wore around his head, the chain that held the Draken Stone, and that gave way. The Demon King, his immense magical powers. The chain that held the Drakenstone fell from Demon the King. Paralysis spell was lifted, and the band of the Paladin quickly moved through and to capture the Demon King and the Enchantress. But before they could catch the Enchantress, she grabbed the chain of the Drakenstone from off the ground and jumped off the cliff into the darkness. Demon King Forgan was now a prisoner of the Paladins, but the Enchantress had escaped with the Drakenstone.
The Chronicle stopped reading. The room was totally quiet.